Hey there guys, and welcome back to UnJaded Jade. So, okay, yes, I am a study tuber and I tend to talk about revision and exams and stress and that kind of thing. But that is not the only thing that I tend to get questions on, and I've actually had a lot of messages from young girls who basically asked me for advice on going to an all-girls school and what's it like, my experience of it, would I recommend it, tips to avoid all the beef and to just enjoy your experience. So yeah, today's big sister UnJaded chat is all about my advice for going to an all-girls school. And I've made myself a proper plan as well. Quickly before I start as well, I do just quickly want to say that everyone's experience is entirely different. I can only speak for my experience, my school, etc. I'm not trying to just completely generalise, and yet I do feel like some things are applicable to the concept of the all-girls school, so yeah, I hope you find it helpful. So just to give you some background as well, I live in the UK and I went to a comprehensive state school which for some reason was all girls, which is kind of a rare thing for it not to be a private school, for it not to be a grammar or a selective school, but still to be all girls. So yes. So my first point is that there will always be that mean, bitchy group of people who try and establish themselves in the hierarchy which doesn't really exist. They just make a hierarchy, and the way that they become popular is often by, you know, being not very nice to people, and basically that sort of group will always exist no matter where you go, no matter which school. But I think that's definitely heightened at an all-girls school. And it's funny because even when you get to the older years and you're looking down at all the younger years, you can see the similarities just between year groups, and you can see that like group forming. So yeah, I think it's personally unavoidable, unfortunately. And I think with that acceptance, you got to realise that you can't change them, but you should not feed into it. And I think popularity is another issue that I'd like to do a whole video on. But in general, don't change yourself to be liked by these people, or don't change yourself because you think that it will make you cooler, or that they'll, I don't know, take you into their little popular circle where a lot of them might talk about other people in the group behind their back and that kind of thing. It might seem like at the time, especially in year 9, 10, years like that, that popularity and being seen as cool or being seen in that really cool group is everything. But long term you realise that it's just not worth it, and it's really not worth changing anything about yourself to fit other people's criteria. And within that, my number 2 is be nice to people. And it sounds simple and it sounds easy, and this does apply probably to a lot of schools, but especially at an all-girls school where people remember stuff and gossip spreads quickly and rumours spread quickly. Be nice to people. Like, it's not hard, just be nice. Do your best to not chat about people behind their backs. Do your best not to be mean to people directly or to bitch about them. Even if being nice doesn't seem to feed into the popularity complex and might not make you cool or whatever, just do it anyway, because the people who are mean to people, even if short term it seems like, I don't know, that makes them cooler or whatever, long term they are not well liked by people, and people remember when you are mean to them. Number 3, rumours, gossip, etc. spreads like that, honestly. If a teacher's done something, if a teacher's said something, if people are dating, if, I don't know, something's gone down at the weekend and someone tells someone, bam, everyone will know. People just like chatting, and that's fine. Drama can escalate quickly, and I think it's just being aware of that. So my advice is that if you're going to tell someone something and it's even a bit secretive, or just like, or if it's a bit of beef between you and someone else or whatever, make sure that you fully trust the person that you are telling. Or if you're in like a form time and you're telling someone something, be wary of all the people listening, because girls like to chat. Okay, number 4, going along with that is group chats, screenshots, and all that world of drama and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there will always be petty arguments of some kind. It's kind of inevitable, it's not fun, but they do happen. My big advice to you is be careful what you say to people via text, DM, message, whatever. Just when you are writing something, be very wary of what you are saying and who you are saying it to, because screenshots are a huge game just with girl drama. And another huge bit of advice that goes along with that is just sort out any of these things like arguments, beef, whatever. Sort it out in person if you can, because I think a lot of people like to play a snidey game. You could be talking to someone and every message that you say, they could be screenshotting it and putting it into a group chat with a load of their other friends, and the beef just like escalates. I feel like I've always been very good at staying out of it all, but I see it happen. I see it happen many a time. And just be mature, sort it out in person, and don't do it within big groups of like friends egging you on and stuff. Just be calm, pull someone over, inform maybe, and say, hey, can I just chat to you? Pull them over to the corner and just chat. Much quicker, much more effective than the whole indirect messaging screenshot scenarios. Number 5, parties. So you see in all the films, you see like the big teenage parties and everyone's like, whoa, you got all the red cups going and amazing. That was not really what it was like for me in a UK all-girls school. Most parties in year 7, 8, 9, probably year 7, 8, 9 predominantly, were all girls because, you know, all girls school, you don't know that many guys, and if you do, it's just like, it's different because you spend all day with the people you know at your school. To be honest, I really didn't feel like I was missing out in the early years. Like, I had great friends, I had great times, and I think you do just avoid the drama of like relationships and people competing for people's attention and stuff like that. If anything, I feel like for me, relationship stuff all came a lot later when I felt a lot more mature. Whereas at some mixed schools, relationships are going down from like year 8 and just drama at school and da-da-da-da. And it does keep a lot of the drama of relationships away from school. So you kind of just focus academically more, which I really liked. I would say I definitely became a bit more awkward around guys in year 7, 8, 9 maybe, just because I didn't really keep in contact with that many. And as I say, parties tended to be all girls. But then again, it's just kind of like a phase, and you do clubs and stuff and you meet people outside of school and it's fine. I think overthinking is just a big source of any awkwardness anyway. I'd say another thing is when people are dating or in a relationship, like people are aware in your year, like it does go round quickly, just because most people, from my experience at my all-girls school, weren't dating people at most of the time, kind of just because of the nature of like our everyday school life. Until the later years it's a bit different, but yeah, especially in the earlier years, if people are dating someone, most people tend to know. Okay, number 6, I think it's 6, but I'm not too sure. You don't need to copy other people's fashion, trends, style, etc. in order to be cool or to feel popular. When I was in the really early years of school, do you know, the day that I actually hated the most, and this probably shows just how insecure I was, but mufti day, non-school uniform day, I loathed them. Like, I hated them. Because when you have school uniform every day and everyone's wearing the same, you don't judge. It's fine, it's cool. But oh my god, on the day where you have to pick your own clothes, and because it's just a singular day where everyone will be very aware of what everyone else is wearing, people tend to judge you on your clothes. And I just hated it. Like, I remember, like, I cried one morning because I was like, Mum, I don't have any of the cool clothes that all the cool girls have. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't look good in crop tops, but all of them are gonna be wearing amazing crop tops. It's just such like a negative spiral. I wish I could just tell my past self, like, don't compare yourself aesthetic wise or anything wise to other people, because at the end of the day, even those people who you might look up to in the girls' school who are like the cool kids, they're probably just as insecure as you are. And that's kind of brings me on to my next point, is insecurities. Most people at the age of school are relatively insecure about something, and I definitely found that and noticed that as I went along the years. This is often where bullying can arise, or girl bullying, which I think is just kind of the snidey comments, the talking about people behind their back and then them finding out that you've said something. I can remember someone made a comment about my hair when I was in like year 8 or something like that. I found out from someone that someone else had said behind my back that my hair was just like a frizzy bird's nest, and that made me feel even more insecure. But you know what, it's just almost impossible to escape, and I think it teaches you to just be more confident as you are, because you can't please everyone, you just can't. And I think you've just got to learn to be unapologetically you. As I say, don't feel like you have to copy other people's trends or whatever to be cool. Wear whatever you want and do your best to feel confident and happy in it, because that will shine through. Another thing I want to say is that just like you can't stereotype what a girl is, so you can't say that a girl isn't going to be sporty or that she's always going to wear makeup or all those sorts of things, you can't stereotype an all-girls school either. I feel like they have similar traits, but at the end of the day, schools are made up of people. Every year group will be different, everyone's experience will be really different. But despite all the bad small things which went on during my time at the all-girls school, I loved it, and I would not change it for the world. Despite the occasional argument, bitchy stuff going on, cool group being mean, bullying, that kind of stuff, which did affect me, in general, I loved the atmosphere. It was really supportive, actually, especially at sixth form when everyone's matured. Like, I loved it. Like, people really by then just don't care what other people think. You wear what you like. If you want to wear loads of makeup or if you want to wear zero, like, people don't judge, people don't care. You get good at learning how to deal with drama, dealing with intimidating girls, and also you learn, well, I learned, I guess, to see through them a little bit, to see through the bravado of some girls who are really kind of scary and intimidating and potentially mean to other people. You can often find out why they're like that and kind of see the sort of insecurities behind them. I came to be very confident in myself, and also to be very confident single is another thing I'd say. I'm really glad that I've hardly dated during my teenage years, because I don't think I was really ready for much. I feel like I really just was able to focus on school, but in a good way. Just focus on, you know, what I was learning, focus on clubs, whatever I wanted to do, without the distractions. As I say, school is entirely what you make of it, and if I had chosen to be friends with all the popular people and change myself, etc., maybe I would have had the worst time ever, because I would have been constantly on edge about how they felt about me. But instead, I was myself, and though it takes time, you do attract like-minded people, and I had the most amazing friendship group. I love my friends. I feel like I've just kind of waffled a bit, but if you would like to know anything specific, or if you would like me to do a Q&A about anything to do with being at an all-girls school, I can do that if you would like, just tell me. As I say though, I loved it, loved my school. The bad times have helped shape who I am today, and I would not change anything. So, yes. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for being here, and have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye.